Well, just barely popped this open just a half second, but come on, open. There it goes. That's just pure water. Pure water. Mostly pure water. Just gonna let this go for a little while, and I'm gonna start tearing off alternator, pulleys, pumps, carburetor, all the stuff, flywheel, and I think this is gonna take a while because this thing was way over full. So, yep, we'll see here in a second when I see anything else. Small update. Started pulling spark plugs and got this. I feel like there's not supposed to be water in there. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm only a mechanic. I am not an engineer. I was going to do a compression test and show you guys. Oh yeah, look at that. Focus. Focus. Oh yeah, that's broken. The rest of the plugs are wet. That one's the broken one. Broken. Ooh. I feel like that's a factory thing. It's supposed to be like that. Yay. Well, again, I was going to do a compression test. I don't think there's any doubt in my mind that cylinder number 2 has issues. Maybe the head's cracked. That'd be good. That'd be super good. It's still draining oil. And it's still coming out beautiful. So, I'm thinking pop off the starter flywheel. Maybe put it up on an engine stand and start doing some things. But anyway, yeah, that's what I found so far. So excellent. Nothing to see here. Just more water and more water and more water. I don't see anything specifically wrong. There's that one that I double nutted. So that's still holding and that's still good. Don't see any cracks in the head yet. Maybe soon. Maybe we'll find out what really happened. So stay tuned, I guess. Well, let's see what's under door number 2. Sure, it's going to be just as disgusting. Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't see any physical damage yet. Just water and foam. So, alright, let me get this cleaned up and pulled apart and we'll see what's going on underneath the heads. Alright, so this was the side that didn't have much damage, although, yep, there it is. You can see right there. I don't know if you can see that. That's a piece of spark plug. But other than that, I mean, there's some drips from the goop falling down there. Nothing on this side looks bad at all. In fact, there's still crosshatch in there. This is a new engine, a newish engine. That one's got a little water in it. But I don't know if that's from me taking it apart or from something else. So, here's the... Maybe I'll go out in the sunshine. Oof, that's bright. And I cannot see anything. Maybe you can. I'm not seeing anything like burnt through any of those spots. No. Oh well. All right. Let's look at the underside of the head, because that's trash. So I don't see anything crazy. This is the cylinder that had the spark plug that was bad, and it doesn't look broken, beat up, or otherwise damaged. This would be the cylinder that had a little bit of water in it down there, like a little bit. Actually, that might be gas. Yeah, kind of smells gassy. Hard to tell. Ain't really no big deal. And there's maybe a little bit. Oh nope, that's oil. There's oil on that valve relief there. So yeah, new rebuilt heads, new rebuilt block. You can even see, you know, these are 30s overs. So let's get the other side off. And the bad side. So this is the cylinder that had a ton of water in it, and you can see the piston is like, that's a normal. That one's been cleaned. So I honestly don't see any damage. That one's got water in it too. Looks like the gasket is broken right there, and you can see right there in the head it burned through. That wouldn't account for the water. That would just be account for blow by, I think. So unless one of these water jackets cracked into the block or something, which I hope not, because I actually plan on using this block for something in the future. So maybe I'll, bear with me a sec. See if it turns over. Yep. Oh. It does not want to turn over. Hold on. Give me a sec. Again, so it does turn over. It doesn't sound wonderful inside. Gosh, I don't know. I don't see. I'm gonna have to pull these pistons out and check and see. This one's got more goop in it. Maybe. I'm thinking just a head gasket failure. And if the head gasket failure allowed water somewhere, maybe I could pry that gasket up real quick and see if that's the case. Maybe the other side of the gasket will let me know something more. Delicious. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So, yeah, that looks like right there. I don't know how well that's going to show up, but water came from there, leaked over across there, and down into there. Of course, it was blowing right there. And it doesn't look like there's water there, and it doesn't look like there's water on this one, but that one you can see. That's where the water came across. And how was it getting in the oil? I'm not certain, but that looks like a piece of metal. Maybe that's just gasket material. So maybe it would go past the rings? I'm not certain. So I don't see another spot where a water passage has an opening into something else. Oh, that's probably where I put the screwdriver, because that doesn't look water-like. Plus, that would have leaked out of the block. So, well, that must be where water got into that cylinder. I'm not seeing any places that are blown on this side. Nope. So, okay. Well, I mean, there's always a chance that the block's cracked itself, and that's what leaked all the water in. Won't know that until I don't know, maybe clean up some of that. Not really interested in doing that right now. Kind of really pissed off. So, I mean, this engine was strong. It was just too small for that boat. And I was actually building a big block. Those are some 781 heads, 791, whatever, good heads. Those are the old heads from the engine that I wasn't going to use. Those are all old, you know, peanut ports, and those are oval ports, and that intake's trash. But the block for that's at the machine shop. So I think I'm going to finish tearing this down. I'm going to pull those lifters, pull the cam, pull the crank, clean the block, and see if it's broken somewhere, because I really don't want to go to another machine shop and blow another $1,000 or $2. So there's that. But looks like it was a head gasket at this point. We'll see what happens when we get the rest of it torn down. Here's the oil pan. Nothing really in here except for, well, there's more water, of course. So I don't see any metal. I don't feel any metal. I mean, that's just gross. But I'll start tearing apart the bottom end, seeing what's going on in there, and check out some more stuff. Make sure that we're not making a mistake by trying to reuse this block someday. Well, this was that cylinder, number 4, the one with the water that came out of it, and I'm seeing some major damage. That ring is completely stuck there. I feel like this piston is shot. So there's that. I'll show you the bore here pretty soon, once I get it cleared out and cleaned out and wiped out and stuff. So yep, fun times. All right, bearings. So, oh yeah, pull that rear main seal out. A little bit of wear, but almost literally nothing to scratch a finger on or grab at. I mean, I'm sure the lighting's not perfect. It does look like there's some lines, but none of them can catch a fingernail or even show a fingernail. So, yeah. So, you know, there's still tons of goop down there in the valleys and everything. The crankshaft itself, I haven't even cleaned it up, but crankshaft looks fine. I don't see anything on any of the journals that would indicate anything wrong with anything. Not catching a fingernail on any of these. So I think that this is still fine. just needs to be cleaned up and put back together. So, yep. Let me find out what else is wrong. All right. Well, here it is. So, none of the cylinders have any wear on them. There's still some cross hatching inside. I don't know if you guys can see it. This is the cylinder that had the water, and there's a little bit of scuffing right here. I don't know if you can even see it, but you can't catch a fingernail on it or nothing. No other damage, or I mean, there's a little bit of scuffing there, nothing major, but again, you can't catch a finger on it. So it looks like this one's going to get a dingle ball, some new rings, and a couple of new pistons, because didn't even notice this one's number 6. It's got some burn scuffs right there in the corner. And number 4 was the worst one with this damage. And it's got stuck rings. So it's looking like some new pistons, some new rings. I don't know if I'll replace all the pistons. I'm going to go through these with a fine tooth comb. But new pistons, new rings, and then dingle ball hone, and maybe clean this up a little bit. I don't know. Ain't going to happen today. I'm just going to let it kind of drain out and do some stuff. I might pressure wash it later. I don't know. But she's rebuildable. We have the tools. We have the capabilities. We can do it. So, the camshaft and the lifters look fine. I don't see anything wrong with the camshaft here. Gosh, my shop's a disaster right now. Too many fucking projects. Kept all the lifters in order. They all look perfect. I don't see any wear on them at all, anything abnormal. All the push rods are fine. None of them looked bent, but I'll check them all on a flat edge. I'll probably just order a new oil pump, just because hey, oil pumps are not expensive. And put this engine probably in one of my other boats sometime in the future. So being this is a Gen 2 block with the roller stuff and everything, and I probably won't reuse that cam. I have another cam from that engine that's broken and blown out on the sides. That I'll probably put in there. So, yeah. And tomorrow I'll be picking up a big block for that big boat, and we'll see about putting that in there. I'm sure there's going to be some fabrication stuff and some figuring things out and whatever else, but I really don't feel the need to put this small block back in here. It might just fit back in. It might have no problems, and if I can get it running again and I can't get the big block to fit in the boat, maybe I'll put this one back in, but I doubt it. If anything, I'll have to build like a really stout 3D3 for that boat. That just doesn't have enough energy. So I hope these heads are okay. They looked fine. I didn't see any cracking or anything, but I'll clean them up really good and go over them with a fine-tooth comb and see what's going on. So I guess that solves the question. Head gasket. Water came in here, filled this up, and pressed past the piston into the block and just kept filling it with water, and we're running it at low speed, so it wasn't pushing a ton of water, I'm guessing. And then it just filled the block with water, but I don't see anything cracked or messed up or broken. So we'll see in the future. I'll update you guys if I ever get this engine running.